People are opening electric bills that jump from $190 to $320 a month and realizing normal life changed again. The mortgage may not have changed, the rent may not have changed, but everything around the mortgage changed. The utility bill, the car insurance, the grocery receipts changed. The credit card minimum, that's changed. And by the end of this video, I'm going to show you why millions of Americans are not bad with money. They're just running out of room. Because what's happening right now is bigger than people simply not paying their bills. That phrase makes it sound like Americans just woke up one day and decided, you know what, responsibility, it's just overrated. No, that's not what happened. A lot of people physically cannot keep up anymore. And the scary part, you can actually see the moment it happens. It starts at the kitchen table. Someone opens up the utility app, refreshes the balance, stares at the screen for a second, then says something like, hey, wait, how is this number higher again? And it's not one bill, it's like every bill. And according to Consumer Affairs, Americans are now carrying more debt than at any point in modern history. Back in 2003, the average individual debt load was around $32,000. Today, it's over $63,000. And that's while the average individual income is only around $45,000. We're not talking about household income, that's individual income, which matters because more people are living alone now. There's no magical combined household income saving them. It's just one paycheck, fighting 12 different bills at once. That means a huge number of Americans are carrying debt loads worth nearly 140% of their annual income. At that point, you are not budgeting anymore. You are playing financial dodgeball. Every month, you're just trying not to get hit by the next surprise. And the worst part is people keep getting blamed for this. People keep saying things like, you should have budgeted better, be better with money. With better money management, you'd be fine. I mean, really? Because some people are getting 2% raises while their health insurance jumps 7%. Their utilities jump 15%. Their car insurance starts acting like a second mortgage. And eggs apparently got promoted to luxury status. At some point, you cannot spreadsheet your way out of a collapsing affordability problem. And this pressure is hitting some states harder than others. Utah actually has one of the highest debt-to-income ratios in the entire country, almost 200%, which means people there are carrying nearly double the debt compared to what they actually make. And when you hear that, your brain immediately goes, how is that even sustainable? How many years can somebody live like that before something breaks? Because eventually, the math, it stops feeling temporary. Eventually, it starts feeling permanent. And that's where a lot of Americans are mentally at right now. People are no longer saying things are tight this month. They're starting to think, hey, what if this is just life now? And that's a completely different level of psychological pressure. Now, interestingly enough, sorry guys, Utah residents are still mostly keeping up with their payments, which honestly feels like watching somebody sprint while carrying a refrigerator. Meanwhile, in other states, the pressure is finally starting to crack people. Louisiana has some of the highest mortgage delinquency pressure in the country. Nevada has massive credit card delinquency problems. Mississippi has some of the worst student loan delinquency rates in the country. And the pattern is becoming obvious. People are not falling behind because they suddenly became irresponsible. They are falling behind because the cost of existing keeps compounding. One bill rises, therefore the credit card gets used. But then the insurance renews, therefore savings disappear. But then utilities spike, therefore the minimum payment gets missed. But then the car repair happens and suddenly the entire household starts feeling fragile. That's the emotional shift happening in the United States right now. Life no longer feels stable, it feels expensive. And once the biggest warning sign in this entire economy right now is a utility bill. it starts getting scary because utility bills are usually the last thing people stop paying. I mean, you can cut subscriptions, you can stop eating out, you can delay buying clothes, but electricity, water, gas, those are survival bills. And average monthly energy costs have exploded. In March of 2022, the average monthly energy bill was around $196 a month. By June of 2025, it was around $265. That is a massive increase in a very short amount of time. And for millions of households, that increase was enough to completely wreck the monthly budget. Now, according to the Century Foundation, average overdue utility balances are now approaching $800. And millions of Americans are so far behind that their balances are about to be sent to collections. Now, think about how insane that is. People are literally going into debt, trying to keep the lights on. That is not luxury spending. That is survival spending. Let's take 2024. Utility companies sent nearly 95 million final shutoff notices to residential customers. 95 million. That number is so absurd, your brain almost rejects it. And eventually, around 13.5 million Americans actually had their electricity shut off. Imagine that for a moment. Try to imagine it just for a second. The lights go out, the refrigerator stops humming, the house suddenly gets quiet, and somebody has to pretend everything is okay because the kids are watching. That's the part economic charts never show. They never show the emotional humiliation, the exhaustion. They never show the feeling that no matter how hard you work, life keeps moving further away from you. And now people are getting angry because they're hearing that massive AI data centers are consuming enormous amounts of electricity while regular households get crushed by rising utility costs. So naturally, people are asking, wait a second, somebody else is using more electricity and my bill goes up? And that's where the resentment starts building, and rightfully so, because Americans are beginning to feel like the system creates profits at the top and invoices at the bottom. And here's why this matters for housing specifically. Utility shutoffs are often one of the final warning signs before mortgage distress. Because when households can no longer absorb utility costs, there's usually no flexibility left anywhere else. And that's why we keep talking about all these hidden carrying costs. The mortgage payment isn't always the thing destroying affordability anymore. It's everything orbiting around that mortgage.